Testing, and we are live. Just checking my mic levels as usual so I don't blow your eardrums out. Welcome everyone. Bronze Dragon here, bringing you the final live stream, Saturday morning stand-up live stream of 2024. I've been pretty good at doing these this year. I think I've missed two. One for my uncle's funeral and one most recently whenever I had an operation. So we've had probably more than 45 of these year. I didn't count, but I always look forward to sharing my Saturday morning with you, no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening where you are. I always appreciate you stopping by. And we always like talking about, Splinterlands, other Hive games, Atlas Earth, whatever's on the docket, whatever everybody is thinking about at top of mind. First of all, I want to start off by saying thank you. My channel has grown by 3 times this year, really because I started covering Atlas Earth. But I really appreciate all the new subscribers and all the people that hang out with me on a usual basis and watch my videos. I try to keep the videos varied, and I'm going to continue into the new year. I'm going to continue covering Splinterlands because I like playing it, and I'm going to continue playing Atlas Earth because I like playing it, and some of the other Hive-based games, and who knows what else is going to go on. But here on Saturday, we like to discuss things, see what's going on. Today's topic is, hey, what was your favorite advancement or improvement in one of the games we've been playing in the past year? So we can start talking about that. I see that Wibble's here. Welcome. I see that Wilson's here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Gathering the Magic's in the house. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Crypto Beaver's here. Audie's World, Vilson, and Paul Taylor's are in the house. So appreciate everybody stopping by. First of all, I want to say a shout out to Pac-Man77 and to KGM Jam for supporting the channel this week. I always appreciate that. I don't really ask for handouts or anything like that, but it's always appreciated. And anything sent over is always used for, to continue the game going on. I always appreciate the super chats and everything like that. So I'll get the conversation started. I know some of the other people have commented. Alex H is here. I will start off with this, okay? I had a comment on this live stream from last week. And first of all, could you take a second and leave a like on the video now? Because as more likes are left on the live stream, then the algorithm sees that people are liking the live stream and pushes it out. So hopefully we get some more people on here. But the comment was, hey, why aren't you talking about Atlas Earth on your live stream whenever, you have it advertised on your thumbnail? Well, this is kind of a free form chat, really. We talk about Splinterlands, we talk about Atlas Earth, other Hive games, whatever's on top of mind, whatever you want to talk about. I try to guide the conversation, but if the conversation isn't going in one direction, I don't really usually force it in one direction, unless I had specifically something to go, to talk about, a big news item or something like that. So I just want to put that up front there. So Wibble went ahead and answered my question right up front. He said the tech modernization was the biggest thing as far as they're concerned. Not having to refresh when renting for the brawls is most lovely, and I agree with it. They put a lot of, and we're talking about Splinterlands here, they put a lot of time, effort, and development into the tech modernization, which has been going on over the last year, all in a direction to get the game in a much better position where it works more effectively, especially going into 2025 where they're shooting for having a mobile app live at some point. The experience has gotten much better. I don't play it on mobile very much because for my older eyes, the smaller screen is just a little bit too cramped for I guess I'm just used to having a full-size screen, but I can acknowledge that it's gotten a lot better. So let's see. Gathering says, love the new Glint Store. I think it is the best addition of 2024. Being able to grab chess cards whenever you want is huge. I agree as well. And once again, if you were with me last week, you know that I'm battling now full-blown bronchitis. So if I have to turn off the mic here and there, you'll know what I'm doing because I'm coughing. I do have a cup of hot tea here. Hopefully that will battle it. And I am taking my proper medication. So shout out to everybody who's going to go celebrate New Year's Eve. Be good. Don't drink and drive. All those usual caveats. I will be staying at home and not drinking this year, although I do like a good glass of bourbon and a good beer once in a while. I am on antibiotics, so I will not be doing that. But back to the topic at hand, I do have to agree with Gathering because I thought about this for a while I was thinking about the topic of this live stream. And I would have to say I agree with Gathering that the Glint Store and also thereafter them bringing chests back to when you move up a tier in rank in the game. I agree that those both added a whole new dimension to the game. The Glint Store just it really reworked how you get benefits out of playing the game and not just like random chests. We do like random chests, that there's that whole gambling mentality to it and everything, but being able to take what you've earned in the game in the form of glint and focus them on whatever your strategy is at the moment. If you want to try to max out your rare cards, you're going for rares. Lately, I've been doing the epics. So I do have to agree on that front. And also taking a minute on the Atlas Earth side, I have to say that the addition of the challenge system and the maps recently going live are my two favorite parts of the Atlas Earth advancement this year. So, okay, so KGM Jam is here. Alex H is here. Welcome. KGM says, what's up, Bronze Dragon and everyone working today? So going to try to listen as best I can. Okay, drive safe. Over here, it is wet and kind of muggy. It's not extremely cold. It's in the 40s here, so just enough to be, it's been raining all night and just kind of slippery and everything, so drive safe. Joseph Rogers is here. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Bolts85, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter wherever you happen to be in the world. Appreciate you dropping by. Gathering says eventually the team will add more items to the Glint Store, which will make it more exciting. We can go to, I haven't really spent any Glint lately. I've been kind of saving it up, but let's go to my secondary account. And we can go to the Glint Store since we're talking about that. Oh, look at this. This account has unlocked Wild Gold 2, and this is what I was just bringing up. We can go ahead. Looks like I got 13 chests here. Claim rewards. Let's not use potions and see what I get. This is always a nice surprise when you open up your account. Okay, let's go ahead and do a reveal all. Okay, so nothing great, but extra cards always helps. A few merits, so we may be able to buy some packs there. Let's go over to shop and then go over to guild. Yeah, I have some merits here. We can buy some glint, we can buy some Gladius packs and see what I get. Let's see what's going on in chat. Yeah, and I agree that they have talked about cycling in and out different items to the Glint Store. So we got 6 packs. Let's go ahead and open them up. There's also been the discussion lately of when the Gladius packs are going to cycle out in a new set. No details about that, though. Bolt says, I enjoy the new user interface and animations. Yeah, I think they've upped the quality of the game a lot. Okay, so what do we got here? Nothing great. Well, you know, Gorth. Gorth always pops up, and I'm like, why is that an epic? I mean, he's got a lot of health, and yeah, I never use him. I always use Ajax, Bertrall, Relinor, Whistling Damon once in a while in low mana matches. Okay, not too bad. Nothing great, though. But see, we got the shop. I got 73,000 here, but this is what we're talking about. You can be very strategic on what you use your glint for, and as Gathering was talking about, they have talked about cycling some things in and out of the store, which they haven't really done a lot of. They did add the gold foil rarity draws, which was a big addition within the last few months. So I know Gathering likes that. Alex H says, I'm enjoying the Glint Store after coming back from a long break. Yeah, it's a pleasant addition to the game, and I think it was a really good thing to, you know, bring the quality of the game up from just getting random chests, you know. Bolt says, and conflicts for me. The conflict was an interesting addition to the game. I think it was more to, I don't want to say force, but encourage more card sales and pack sales to stake. It was pleasant. It's always pleasant when you have stuff staked and you get you get a card draw. I got a few cards over the year from the conflicts. Gathering says, got my legendary reward card today, and it was on my 3rd account. Mystic Forces here. Welcome to the show. Thanks for dropping by. End of season is coming up fast. Yes, it is. Let's see. What are we looking at? We're looking at a little bit under 2 days. And let's see here. I'm sitting in gold 2 in the secondary account. We can go ahead and do a little bit of shopping. Let's buy a legendary. Let's buy a legendary for this account. I don't have too many legendaries on this account. Yes, let's do use an alchemy potion. It's always nice when you come up with a gold foil. Let's see what we get here. Hey, check that out. Oh no, it's not a gold foil. I'm always one thing I don't like about this card set is you immediately think you got a gold foil, but it's really just a legendary. But an extra legendary for this account always helps. Let's go into items. I don't have too many for this account. Let's look at just gold foils. So these are the gold foils I have on this account. Let's go back to regular foil and sort by legendary because that's what I was looking at. So I only have 4 legendaries on this account. How's everybody's reward set doing? Gathering says, love the gold draws, working on them. Yeah, that's an interesting topic because especially for people if you're newer to the game, there are a couple different main bonuses to gold foils, right? Obviously, they're more expensive, but one, gold foils don't start out at level 1. So if you're buying a card, you should always look at the gold foil variation of it to see if sometimes it ends up being more economical to buy the gold foil version than it is for the standard foil because you need far fewer copies of it to make the level you need. So and especially if you are working at lower level card sets, not full, max level. Obviously, at max level, it's going to be cost prohibitive for most of us used gold foils, though. So, okay, let's refresh this and go back to rewards. So Gathering's working on his rare set with the gold foils now. Nice. Gathering says, been playing Stone Shard a lot, so I haven't gotten as much Glint. You know, I've been playing Stone Shard this week, and man, is it a tough game. Stone Shard's a regular game. It's not a Web3 game or a play-to-earn game. It's like an old school 8-bit type game, old school in the manner that it is hardcore. They cut you no slack in this game. You will die, and you will die often. But for those who have grown up playing old school RPGs, there's just something about it that kind of pulls you in. But I agree, haven't got good at it. In fact, I'm on my fifth playthrough, and I'm just going slowly instead of charging in. Charging in will get you killed in that game. I don't really like the save feature in the game, how you have to save, but it would be cool if that was a Web3 style game, though. Bolts85 says, I posted a peak D of a collection of some of the highlights from 2024. I did first quarter and second quarter. I was happy the first one got 10 Hive. Nice. I need to do a peak D article on a wrap up of, you know, how we did Bronze Dragon Plays the first 4 Sundays of December, and we gave away like hundreds of dollars, literally, of SPS and cards. I need to do a wrap up of that, but this last week I've been kind of taking it easy and, with the holidays. I hope everyone's holidays went well. Whatever holidays you celebrate, I hope everybody's healthy in your household, because, man, when you're not healthy, it takes it takes it out of you. I want to look at that Sergeant Grosval. So this is range. It's a range opportunity with immunity. I have to think about this a while. Let's look at the stats. If it at max level, it also picks up blast. Anybody got a good strategy for using this? And it's water. I only have it at level 1 though. You got to start somewhere though. Those epic or those legendary draws are expensive, but they're legendary, right? So. Gathering says, what is your favorite legendary reward card? Interesting, because, as you know, I think the epics are better than the legendaries. Not that the legendaries are bad, but let's go ahead and separate by legendary. And, I don't even have all the legendaries. Let's go back to my other account. I have more legendaries on my primary account. Let's sort by reward. Let's go by reward and legendary. You know, I get the idea of what they're going for. So there's basically 2 sets of within the legendaries I'm seeing. You're seeing the legendary cards that are 1 mana, and they're pretty much the same stats. They all just have different powers, which are cool, and they can be fit in here or there. When you got extra mana, you need an extra, you got 1 extra mana, you want to throw in a card, especially when you have a rule set that is, melee can hit from any position, something like that. I don't think they're overpowered though, and my opinion is I don't think they're legendary. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing a strategy that really pulls them in. I'm probably doing that. There's probably a card strategy that pulls them in. I think Gallicus is pretty strong due to his taunt. I love Grifsy with the sneak. Death Ranger in the matches, which are all ranged. I love having being able to stack several close range in there. Chaos Battle Mage seems pretty good. To answer your question, I don't know which is the strongest one of these and which I like the most. I think overall they're good cards, but once again, I think that the epics are a better set. And I think you would tend to agree with me. You know, you love the Arachne Weaver, great strong card. I love the Olivia the Brook, the Thanalorian Blade. The Halfling Refugee has great uses, even for a 1 mana card. Night Reaper, great. Shock Trooper and Kazi Conjurer, I'm sure they have their uses, but I think the epics overall are a better set. But, live and learn. I'm sure they all have their uses. You just have to think about where you want to fit them in. Okay, let's catch up with chat. Bolt says, Gathering Magic, you need to start posting on Peak D. Yeah, I was posting on Peak D, but I was kind of doing it wrong. I was kind of posting whenever I was doing my live streams, and it's really more for long form content. They really want, fleshed out articles there with, good details. So I stopped posting. I do need to make up a good article, like I said, though, and post it. Gathering says, I have gold foil commons to 5, which is all I need for silver now. I need to get my gold foil rares to 4. Yeah, but there is silver, but there's not silver. I mean, we are in a situation in the gameplay where there's no levels anymore. It's just your cards are going to rise to that level or possibly a little bit above, depending upon whether you're using a bot or whether you're a good player, right? And that's pretty much where you're going to stay. So I know what your strategy is, though. So, and there was a discussion in Discord recently about that this morning. It'll be interesting to see where the game goes. There's a fair amount of people that think we should bring the tiers back. I don't know. I can see the benefits of both situations. Obviously, they don't want the tier levels in there because they were what they say were being abused. I played by them because they were rule sets at the time. That's how the game played, and this new way it does facilitate and encourages people to buy more cards. So speaking of cards, I bought just this morning. You know what I've been working on? Let me go back to Rebellion. I have been working on this Chaos Animator, and somebody has loaned me a max level one, but I have my copy up to level 9, and I've been working on it. I've been trying to buy copies when it's about like 8 or 9 cents. Today I bought like 90 BCX at 10 cents, which is about above what I have been paying, but I do want to max that out because at max level it does pick up redemption. So that was my purchase today. And over the last month, I've picked up 3 plots of land in Splinterlands. In Atlas Earth, I'm up to 575, I believe. I just put a video out on that, so I'm happy with my progress in Atlas Earth over the last year too. So, but interesting enough, there's land in Splinterlands and land in Atlas Earth. So, I guess I'm a land guy. Let's catch up with chat. I'm falling behind. Gathering says, I love the new caravan system. We'll make another Stone Shard playthrough at some point. Oh, yeah, in Stone Shard. I haven't even got my caravan going. I haven't even finished that quest yet. I got nailed by going into the first dungeon, and I was doing pretty good until I came up against the boss, and he nailed me. Gathering says, Rosa is such a powerful summoner with the +2 archery and water, and all archery cards starting at 2, so 4 damage per monster. Mystic Force says, I will have them, then not. My financial journey is here. Welcome. Good morning. Gathering says, Rebellion is much weaker than Chaos Legion. Everyone is going to have to get used to cards being scaled down in the new Modern. So, yeah, I mean, besides the power creep that exists on, let's go to shop, on the legends, the auction card, obviously, any of these high dollar cards, I believe there's going to be power creep on. But the main set, I agree with you. There's going to be a huge change. So, it just comes down to it. If you can afford to buy the better cards, they're more powerful, right? But I agree, there's going to be a huge change in the face of how Modern is played when that changeover in April or May, whenever it happens. So it's interesting, though. Things evolve. You just gotta work with it. Gotta prepare and got to roll with the punches. Chef DJG, yo, what's up? Fire Squad in the house, welcome. I love to see new names, thanks. And I hope everyone has, whenever you go into the new year, has a new year. If you agree with I got my black eyed peas ready to go. Here in the States, especially in the South, it's good luck to have black eyed peas on New Year's Eve. We have some leftover ham from Christmas, so we'll be cooking the black eyed peas with ham. Probably have some cornbread with it. My Financial Journey says, Halloran Huntress is awesome, I have found. I agree. I love that card, and it's a common, right? Let's go to rewards. It's a rewards, and I believe it's a common. Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. And I've been using this card a lot because check it out. It has snare, it has charge, and it has flying. And so basically you can attack, it'll attack from any position, you know. So love this card for a common. I mean, to me, this more seems like it should be a rare, at least. You know what I mean? Alex H says, Olivia the Brook looks awesome. It is. You know what I love? I love cards that add a random element that you can't completely know exactly what's going to happen. And that's what I love about her. Let's go back to Epic. With her power, and you need her at least at level 2 to start using that power. Excuse me, that mimic power, and a lot of people would agree that it's broken, but it makes matches so fun. I mean, you never know. I'll throw her in there just to see what happens, because you never know what's going to happen. You know, you got a mid-level match, and you're going to play life, and you've got at least, like, I don't know, 35, 40 mana. You can throw her in there and spice up. Just see, you just like throwing a random element into the match. Terab the Bold's here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Gathering says, have a ton of reward comments and rares I want to sell. Yeah, I saw that short video you put up yesterday. Sorry for the throat clearing. Once again, I'm coughing, etc. I'm drinking some hot tea. Hopefully that'll help. Yeah, anybody needs to pick up some reward commons or rares, contact Ping Gathering the Magic in, I guess, Discord, and he can hook you up. I bought some off of him. I'm thinking about, I looked at your data on that video. I'm thinking about going ahead and buying some off of you too, but I haven't looked at the details yet. Alex H says, which bots are people using these days? I can't access Splintermate anymore. Is it still working? I don't believe so. I believe that was shut down. I've always been using Archmage. I've used Archmage since it first came out. And I just have a general token. It costs 35% off the top, but you know, it's been working fine for me. Somebody offered me to use a beta token of theirs, but I didn't really jump into that. I have thought about buying a beta token, but I don't know. With the conversations lately, I kind of get this feeling that we might be leading to a situation where they might start reducing. Let me say this from my standpoint. If they cut back more on what I'm making off of playing in Wild by having to pay the fee, and also I'm paying the fee on top of that for Archmage to use. If they reduce it anymore, I'm probably going to, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. It becomes less and less worth it for me to play in Wild with a bot. So I have to rethink that when that happens. But it seems like the topic of the conversation comes up a lot, where a lot of people feel that we should just completely get rid of bots, and even remove them from Wild. So we'll see where that goes in the new year, though. I think that the team is firmly for bots, but I think in the early on in the game, bots kept the game going. But that's a big, wide open topic of discussion there. Okay, let's catch up with chat. Bolts85 says, "Don't read this out loud." But the auction, too late. But the auction card prices drop and maybe gonna be camp sniping. Oh, get you one of the auction. What's it at now? Let's go to shop and go to the auction. 88.88. And Azaron just keeps picking these up. I wonder how many copies he has by now. But this, for the longest time, was sitting at over 1 million, right? Like 1,300,000 was the average for a long time. This is a crazy powerful card. So this is also one of those cards you'd throw in there, and there is a bit of strategy you would use with it, but it is a crazy powerful card. Yeah, I wonder how many copies he has by now. Candid Athletic Training in the house. Welcome. Did I just miss everyone saying ranked play card levels should be brought back? 100% agree. Well, that seems like a topic we talk about once in a while. If you're asking me, I say yes, but that's just me. I think personally, I know why it's a benefit to the team and the game in and of itself to remove them, because it encourages people to buy more cards, right? To me, I liked being able to go into the game and saying, well, hey, I want to have my account and I want to have it playing silver. Or in my case, I had my primary playing in champ and my secondary playing in silver, because my secondary was just using leftover cards I had, right? I didn't want to put a whole lot of money into my secondary account, but at the same time, I wanted to get something back out of it, right? Because all those cards I bought and everything still represents an investment into the game for me, okay? So, yeah, if you ask me, I agree with you. But, what do I know? There's a lot of people that disagree with me. So, Tarab says, picked up a max level Prophet Rosa for $39. Thought that was an amazing price. Nice. I picked up a card. I've been buying cards once in a while. The last card I bought was not even a new one. It was Untamed. Besides those ones I bought this morning. I'm trying to think of which one it was. I need to max out my Diamond Dragon. I keep thinking about that. I maxed out the Vigilator in the last couple months. I maxed out a Dragon Jumper in the last couple months. I maxed out a Robo Dragonite. Are you seeing a commonality here? Last week I bought a Glordax Guardian. So I've been picking up some what I consider pretty decent deals on the Untamed cards. Looking down to make sure I hit my mic on again. I like a lot of the Untamed. This is whenever I came into the game. A lot of these cards I don't have. I'll have like 1 or 2 BCX. You know what's a good card and I would like to have maxed out is Serpentine Spy. This is a great card, especially at max level. Look at this. It's got opportunity 4, 6, 3 health. It's kind of light on the health, but at max level it picks up poison. Love cards that pick up poison. But I've been picking up some cards here and there, and I've also been picking up some newer stuff from Rebellion. Let's take the reward out of this. I don't have a whole lot of Rebellion. But like I said, I picked up the Chaos Animator. Baron Fiat was gifted to the channel. Picked up a few things over the last month. Let's check out the chat. Gathering agrees that Tarab picked up a good deal. And Gathering says, Rosa and Underboss are 2 key summoners. Still need the Underboss. Let's see. Well, I don't have a whole lot of Rebellion summoners, but let's sort. these are the summoners I have for Rebellion. I have Nomos at level 6. I have Underboss at level 6. I have Reclaw at level 6. These are the guys I picked up and I had them staked on the trains, the wagon trains or whatever. I do have one BCX of this I got in the draw from having stuff staked. I got Zedica, just a 1 BCX from a pack. We can open some packs. I've got a few BCX of Prunda and one of Dolfar. I definitely am weak on these, but like I said in a previous video, I really have come to the conclusion that I'm probably just a wild player because it costs so much money to beef up, and you know there's not even a whole lot of liquidity, due to the amount of packs that was sold with Rebellion. There's just not a whole lot of liquidity on the market. I mean, I guess it's great if you're trying to sell cards, your value goes up. As far as I know, the value of opening a pack of Rebellion is still way up there. But if you're trying to get a max level card, good luck, right? So let's go to market and let's just look at, the Rebellion summoners. Look here. A Tofu, 1 BCX, 68 bucks. Oh, I went to the wrong one. But even these others, so let's just look at, you guys were talking about Underboss Fabino. So 1 BCX is 50 cents, not too bad. They quickly escalate to 55 cents. But if you wanted a max level, that's even if you could get like, let's do 115 times 0.55. So you're looking at 63 bucks for a max level rare summoner. So what I'm saying is these things are expensive. They are pretty cool to use. You do have to get used to using their various powers and using that, because I'm not quite used to that yet. But okay. My Financial Journey says, wait, Black Eyed Peas is an actual food, not only the music group. Yeah, I love Black Eyed Peas. Of course, I love beans too. If you love beans, you'd probably love Black Eyed Peas. Cook them down with some onions, garlic, some type of pork product if you eat pork. They're good without pork, but that pork adds that extra flavor. A little bacon, a little ham, ham hock, just whatever. Whatever you happen to have left over. You know what I do is, if you have a honey baked ham store near you, a lot of people don't know this, and I know this is way off topic of gaming, but a lot of people don't know this. You can go in and you can buy ham bones from Honey Baked Ham for like $5-6, something like that, okay? And these ham bones have like a pound of meat left on them. So we buy these ham bones and we shave the ham off of them, stick them in the freezer. Whenever we want to make beans, pull that out, pull some of the ham out, and you can get 3 or 4 batches of beans off of one ham bone. Am I poor? No. Am I frugal? Yeah, I've been accused of being frugal. But if you like beans, there is Bronze Dragon's cooking corner for the week. How to save a little bit of money. Gathering the Magic says, wanted to grab a gold foil for my $10 account, but it's almost $9. That's tough to bite off, especially when you're approaching it from, the way you've been approaching the $10 account. Let's go. I haven't been doing a whole lot except for talking. Let's go back to my secondary account. I did buy that legendary. Let's go back to the shop. I have 38,000 left. How are my epics sitting? Just for, discussion purposes. The problem with this account is this account does not have max level summoners. So one thing I do miss from the rewards card set is not being able to get summoners, which is a double-edged sword, right? And we all know how that goes, especially with the bot armies picking up mass levels of basically what affects free summoners, right? But I did like having them, right? So we've got level 2 and 3 of my epics, which is almost about the max that I can cast. Let's just go back. Let's buy some rares. How much is 50 rares? Let's buy 50 rares. Let's beef up my rares. No, we're not using alchemy potions. I only got 4 anyway. Let's see what I get. I have not been using a lot of glint on this account. Dark Arborist. That is the subject of an ongoing, as far as I know, Blaze is having a contest lately where if, oh, hey, there's gold foil. If you, I forget the details. Check Discord under the Splinterlands Discord, and I think he listed it on X as well if you want to get on the contest. But it involves doing a battle or series of battles with the Dark Arborist. Of course, this is one of the ones that received the holiday makeover. That's another thing I love. The upcoming what do they call it? The glamour. The glamour that's coming. What I see is this is kind of the precursor to the glamour that's going to take place in the game. Them being able to put in new art for different holidays, love it. A lot of games do that. I love it when games do that. Like World of Warcraft does events. A lot of different games do holiday style events. You know, over on dCrops, they do holiday events as well. So I love it when they celebrate that. And this is, like I said, a precursor to what I see as the, you know, being able to buy different skins for your cards and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and go over into the items. Let's refresh and see where I stand. Rares in particularly, because I just bought rares. So I'm sitting at level 3, 1's 4. So let's just do a combine here. I'm just doing this just to have something to do while we're talking. Gathering says the Rebellion reward cards are better than the core set. There's a lot to that argument. I think borderline, I think this new set of reward card set is one of the biggest things. I know I said the Glint Store, but it's also way up there on the scale as far as the addition to the game this year. The new reward card set has added a lot. It's given me something to do, something to encourage me to get in and play the game and spend some glint and rework my cards so I can earn a little bit more glint here and there and be able to spend it. So I agree, the new card set, especially, like I said, just since we're here sitting on the rares, I love Commander Slade. Commander Slade's probably my favorite out of these. Dark Arborist is interesting. I like Quilliam Legionary. But I think that, and the Dragon Egg Forger is interesting as well. But I think Commander Slade is my favorite out of this batch. Alex, oh, we have 2 Alexes in the house today. Welcome. Alex T says bots for the win. Alex B says all prices will drop on everything in 2025. You think so? I don't know. I think that a fair amount of people bought up some Rebellion packs just as they were going out, right? And if those people choose to open those packs, we'll have a little bit more liquidity on the market, so that'll force prices down a little bit. But going into Modern, or when Modern changes over in April, rather, that will force people to be confronted with, hey, I need more cards. I need more new cards. And that will force the prices up. That's the way I'm feeling. And, you know, Gathering's been talking about this for months now. So he agrees with me. My Financial Journey says we need liquidity bots in Modern right now. Bots are still keeping the game going. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And more of them are going to be needed. You know, when Chaos Legion cycles out, there's a large amount of people that are like me who have a huge collection. Most of my collection, I would say, I don't know, 60 to 70% of my collection is Chaos Legion. And that's what's keeping me afloat. You know, once that cycles out, you know, I'll definitely be in Wild, which I've talked about before, and I don't really have a problem with that, but it's going to hugely change the face of Modern. Now, those people that can't afford to buy the new cards and stay in Modern should reap the benefits because they'll get a larger portion of the pool, right? But it will definitely bring the amount of people that are playing in Modern down, and therefore you will need more liquidity bots. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I assume that, you know, just as always, things happen and the game team tries to make changes that will help the situation out. Some of these changes need to be passed by the DAO, some don't, you know. So we'll see how that goes. Yes, thanks, Onk12C. If you are liking this coverage, this discussion, please hit a like on the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribing. Like I said at the top of the video, I appreciate all the new viewers, whether you're here for the Splinterlands content or the Atlas Earth content or Golem Overlord. You know, Golem Overlord's got some new stuff that he's been working on too. So lots of new stuff. Looking forward to in 2025, especially Atlas Earth. They are on a roll. Terab says, if I could play 24 matches a day, then Xbot for Wild would not a discussion, but I can. So the bot keeps my cards working, even if, yeah, that's been my main thing. I've got to work, on a daily basis. And my main thing was I sunk so much money into the game that it just really bugged me having to, I would come home and then have to sit there for, an hour or two after dinner with my family and just play straight matches. And that was fun for a while, but then I got the thought, well, if I'm not using all 24 of my energy once the energy system came into play, then I'm kind of losing out. And it's just like in the back of my mind. That's why I wanted to start using the bot. And it was more of one of the situations where, if you can't beat them, join them, because at that point in time, they were very firmly bot, if you remember back then. So, Gathering says he loves the Spy. The Spy. I'm checking out. What is that? What rarity is the Spy? I like the Nimbleduck Explorer as far as commons go. And we talked about the Halloran Huntress. I love the Urjack Elder. Throw that in the back with camouflage, and it's got the Divine Shield and Strength going for it. Gathering says, almost no poison in the new Modern. Interesting. Just Chaos Jailer and Puffer. I like poison. Poison can win the day a lot of times. Terradraz is here. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. And I mentioned this at the top of the show, but I hope everyone has a good New Year's. Don't do anything I do. Stay safe. Don't be drinking and driving. All that kind of fatherly advice I would put out to everybody. I'll be staying home because I am on antibiotics, fighting off bronchitis. So no good whiskey or beer in the books for me. It'll be me in the couch, or probably more than likely me trying to not get killed in Stone Shard. Gathering says, Rebellion packs going fast. At this rate, all unopened packs will be gone in under a year unless the DAO puts them on the market. Yeah. I bought some packs. I need to buy a few more because I have this thing in my brain that I'm not at exactly 100. Let's go to open. Oh, this is my secondary account. Keep switching back and forth. I wanted to spend some Glint, so that's why I switched over. So I have 98. I need to buy 2 more packs. Can I buy 2 more packs? Let's go to the market and go to other items. How much is a pack? Rebellion's going for 382. I have enough to buy 1 pack. JPAL47, I'm buying, no, I do not want to use DEC. I want to use credits. Okay. So that brings me up to 99. I want to get an even 100, but I'll have to put in some more credits there. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, the amount of... I like to have round numbers. Something in my brain says have round numbers. I don't like it sitting like that. Alex T says, honey baked ham for the win. Yeah, definitely. Alex H says, so happy. Oh, we have 3 Alexes now. Alex H says, so happy with my Eternan Brune Gold Foil level 4 pickups in the previous reward cycle. Nice. Really helping me rebuild the account. Definitely. Gathering says, I've been buying rare draws, keeping the gold foil, selling the rest. Yep. I've been on the other end of that, buying from you. So probably buy some more off of you. Once again, I'll mention Gathering put a video out yesterday saying that if you need some rare or common reward card, BCX, get with him and he'll sell you some. You just have to pay for unlocking them and then a little bit of an extra fee for his earning them for you. But it was very fair. I did some... I bought some commons off him the other day. And speaking of that, I am at level 8. Yeah, my commons are at level 8. Still need about 100 and some odd, 150, 180 BCX on these to max them out. Okay, let's dive back into chat. Gathering says, win a match with Dark Arborist, getting a kill with Magic Reflect. Okay, so that is what they've got going on as far as a special event. And if you keep track of that, you can win, I think it's a Rebellion pack, and report that. International Travel Channels in the house. Guten Tag. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. I know it's pretty late over there if you're in Germany. Probably dinner time, right? 5, 6 o'clock. Terab the Bold, very curious to see what abilities make it into CA. They are going to be some abilities that leave Modern, just don't know exactly how many yet. I think it's a fine line because from card balancing and game balancing, I would think that you would still want most of the powers represented. It's just, I think that some of the powers we were used to being represented very strongly in Chaos Legion. Like we were just talking about Poison. Poison's not going to be represented very strongly. There's still going to be a few cards in there that can do that. And maybe that ups the importance of those cards, right? Or we go back into a situation where certain splinters are known for, like back in Untamed, where we knew if you saw a certain splinter being played, you knew, if you saw water coming at you, you knew it was going to be magic, etc. It's got kind of watered down since then because a lot of the different splinters can play multiple, have multiple strengths, in other words. So just because you see water coming at you, you don't necessarily, in Chaos Legion, more than likely if water's coming at you, it's going to be a melee hand, right? So, and yes, I do know that I need to do my brawls. So if everybody's in guilds, which you should be, you need to work on your brawls. Oh, look, the bot kicked in, and it looks like I'm playing Mad for Freaks, and I went in, he went in with Franz Roughmane, and I went in with Thaddeus Brood. Up front with Eurojack Brave, there's Gathering the Magic's favorite card, Arachne Weaver from the most previous set. And here we go, Chaos Animator, like I was talking about earlier. Skok Dustblight, backed up with, sharing his weapons training with the Will-O-Wisp. I think Will-O-Wisp is cool. And Venari, good old Venari Bonesmith, still being used in the back. Now, he went in with Pellicor Conjurer, backed up by Ava Sturgis. Helmet Carafax, Jin Renova, love it. Spirit Hoarder, and threw Iziar in the back for a taunt. So let's go ahead and see who wins while we are continuing the chat, and we are drawing down towards the half hour. So I will say thanks everybody for dropping by over the year. Like I said, I didn't count, but it's over 45 of these, or more than 45 of these Saturday morning stand-ups I've had this year. So I've only missed a couple. And I always look forward to the conversation on Saturday, so I appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a good set of holidays and good going into the year, new year good. Terab says, I just read that. Gathering says, no martyr, no giant killer, and no force field so far. Interesting. International Travel Channel bought a max level Bortus today. Cool. Terab says, is it just those three of you have spotted so far? Oh, as far as what's not in there. Oh, I'm falling behind. Arnie's here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Gathering says, trying to remember the rest. There are a few more. Almost no poison. Also, only Chaos Golem has Enrage or Retaliate. KGM says, picked up a peach tree in dCrops, and now they have the apple, peach, and olive tree. Not impressed with the olive tree. Well, that was the one we did, the crossover from Splinterlands. Yeah, you're not going to make as much off of the olive tree because the olive tree was cheaper than what the other ones. I have an apple tree. I think that's all I have right now, because I did get a seed out of a pack and ended up growing that and everything. So if you all don't play dCrops, one of the things you can grow is, obviously you have a multitude of different crops you can grow, but also during the season you can grow trees, which you can harvest every day. So they do cost a little bit more, but there's less hassle than planting crops. You know, you can just harvest them every day. And it looks like I'm going to get stomped. Let's go ahead and skip this. I lost. Oh, well. Yeah. My Archmage does not have an awesome percentage chance. I'm probably less than 50-50 chance between Diamond and Champ. Yeah, and we're coming down towards the end of the season. I've got a little bit of extra energy going on, so I might pump it up to 2 an hour. Yeah. Let's go ahead and finish off chat while I'm thinking about it. Gathering says, hard to play 3 accounts with no bots, but I do the best I can. I just don't have the time. Alex T says, about to have a Diddy party with no dudes on New Year's. Hopefully, you know, if you're the only dude, that would be the good thing, right? Full baby oil. We know where Alex T's mind's at. Terab says, dang, KGM, did I just miss a full season of the olive harvesting? That you did. This is what I got planted this week, or this season. And I do not have any trees. All my trees, you can see I've got 6 olive trees I picked up during the Splinterlands deal, and then I have 1 apple tree. If you go to the market, this is over on dCrops. If you guys are not aware of this game, it's also on Hive. Pretty fun little game if you like farming games. So yeah, he was just talking about, so a peach tree is, or that's the seed. The peach tree is 155 Hive. Apple tree is 165, and you can see that the olive tree, due to costs, is 85. That's actually up a little bit because it was sitting at 75 for quite a while. But the rest of these are more expensive, and they yield fruit that makes you more money in game. So. Okay, let's see what everybody's saying. Rebellion going for 421 on Hive. Alex T says, I'm Alex number 1. Candid Athletic Training says, Mom would only eat Oreos in even numbers. I try not to eat Oreos because I eat them in even number or odd numbers, 1 pack at a time. No, just kidding. We did make some fresh peanut butter cookies the other day, though, which I've been eating on. Trying to keep that down. Can't stay at 99. Yeah, I agree with you. I know what you're saying. It's something in my brain. I like even numbers. KGM says, I'm playing manually now, caused to part with 30 to 35% of my space. Yeah, I just had to make that decision. Gathering says Weaver shouldn't be in the second spot. I agree with that, but that was the bot that threw that in there. We have 3 openings in the guild for someone who wants to build equity in the game. Yeah, if you want a spot in the guild, we have a spot in the KGM Jam Guild. Send an invite and KGM will accept it. All we ask is that you're active and you play in the brawls. Not too much to ask, right? Mystic Force says, love this player base. Land is going to kick ass. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new additions to the land game and how it morphs in the next year. We've got a guy, a good solid developer working on it, so I'm looking forward to that. Gathering says, I think I'm dropping out of After Sounds Guild with Gedfer, maybe going KGM. Terab says, such a pity the Weaver doesn't heal itself. Yeah, I think that would be against kind of the whole death splinter, though. Although you could argue with like a Siphon Life or something like that kind of idea. Terab says, Gathering says it does get scavenged, which is nice. KGM says, I wiped the floor with Dry Bone Barbarian at 7 cents a piece. Got around 150 of them. Nice. It's a good tank. Your streaming skills have gotten really good, BD. Anyone who tries to stream understands how hard it is. You're really making... Well, first of all, I like to talk. But yeah, there is a lot of stuff going on, especially when I'm doing those streams where I'm giving away a bunch of stuff and also trying to play matches. It's not an excuse. I'm not the greatest player, but you're dividing your mind between several different things. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to make it look more appealing and be more interactive, basically talk about things. So Crypto Beaver says, thanks, Bron Dragon, for all the 2024 streams. Always fun to watch. Hope you get a repeat of the Sunday matches. It was awesome. Yeah. We should cook up something in the new year. And the team itself, Blaze was saying something about something new coming out for streamers and content creators as far as from the team itself, more interactivity with the game, with Splinterlands. I don't know really the details. I do know that they kind of put a few details out on the last town hall, but we'll jump into that and try to take advantage of them, do some fun stuff, So Bronze Dragon will have 5K subs by the end of 2025. Hopefully. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for everybody dropping by. I hope everyone has a good week, and I hope that everyone has a good, happy new year and is safe. So as I always say, this has been Bronze Dragon, and I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy. And hey, I'll see you in Splinterlands, Atlas Earth, probably a dozen other games that we play together. Have a good one.